Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are really getting fundamental. We're taking deep breathing and putting it under the microscope of modern science. For ages you've had wisdom traditions like Himalayan Qigong masters talking about prana, this vital energy, saying breath is everything for health.
Right, this foundation.
And then totally separately, over in the West, you had Nobel winner Otto Warburg. He spent his whole career basically convinced that how healthy your cells are, how much energy they make, it all comes down to oxygen.
Two paths, same idea.
Exactly. And what we're doing today, using some really fascinating recent studies, is seeing where those paths meet. What has science actually proven about deep breathing, pranayama, mindfulness techniques?
And crucially, how do we actually do it right?
Yes. Moving past the theory into lab results and daily practice, starting right down at the cellular level.
Which is the perfect place.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, it felt a bit anecdotal, didn't it? Oh, I feel better. But now we're seeing mechanical, measurable effects, starting with the cell's engines, the mitochondria.
Okay, let's unpack that cellular evidence, because this is where it gets, pretty undeniable. There's a really compelling 2021 study from India. It focused on patients with rheumatoid arthritis.
Right, RA. That's a tough autoimmune condition where the body attacks itself.
Yeah.
So what the researchers did was they split the patients. Group 1 just got their standard medical treatments. Group 2 got the same treatment, plus they added daily yoga and pranayama conscious deep breathing for 8 weeks.
Okay, 8 weeks. Just adding breathing on top of the normal care. What did they find when they looked at their blood at the cellular level?
The difference was, quite remarkable, actually. They looked specifically at the mitochondria, those energy factories in the cells making ATP. And in the group doing the deep breathing, their mitochondria were just healthier.
Healthier how? What could they measure?
They measured increased mitochondrial integrity. So structurally stronger, more robust, and maybe even more importantly, an increased mitochondrial copy number.
Okay, hang on. Increased copy number. What does that mean for us? What's the benefit?
Think of it like your phone having a backup battery built in, or maybe a car having a spare engine ready to go. The cell basically decides, okay, I have the resources, let's build more power plants.
Okay.
So a higher copy number means the cell can produce more energy, it can handle oxidative stress better, and it can recover from damage more easily. It's the cell becoming more resilient.
Right.
And that's exactly what Warburg thought oxygen could do.
Yeah.
This isn't just feeling calm, it's a measurable physiological change.
That's a huge point. The body is literally reading the signal from the deep breathing. I've got enough oxygen, enough resources, and strengthening its energy grid. But it gets even more specific, doesn't it? There was that 2022 U.S. study.
Yes.
They took people, regular folks, no meditation background, taught them deep breathing, just 10 minutes a day with some mindfulness, and looked at their genes after 8 weeks.
Right, and this is where we get into aging itself.
Yeah.
The genetic analysis showed 3 really significant things. First, again, improved mitochondrial performance. That backed up the India study. Second, they saw genes related to better insulin production being more active, which points towards, better blood sugar control.
Important.
But the third one, honestly, this was the real shocker for me. The deep breathing practice actually protected the participants' telomeres.
Telomeres. Okay, let's quickly explain those. We often say they're like the little plastic tips on your shoelaces, right? And they stop the DNA, the shoelace, from fraying.
That's a perfect visual. Technically, they're just bits of non-coding DNA at the ends of chromosomes. And every time a cell divides, they get a little shorter. And when they get too short, the cell can't function right. It stops dividing or it goes into senescence. That's basically cellular aging. What this breathing seems to do is affect the enzyme, telomerase, which helps maintain telomere length.
So let me get this straight. A simple, free habit, 10 minutes a day, conscious breathing. And it's influencing the structures that literally dictate how long our cells last.
That's what the data suggests.
We're not just managing stress here. We're interfacing with our genetics. Slowing down aging at the cellular level, 8 weeks for telomere protection. That seems like an incredible return on investment.
It is profound. It suggests that, some of these fundamental cellular health mechanisms, we thought you needed intense exercise or maybe drugs to influence them. But maybe simple, deliberate breathing plays a much bigger role than we realized.
Okay, so the cells are responding. What about the command center, the brain? You mentioned a 2022 Thailand study. This looked at regular people dealing with, modern life. Stress, anxiety.
Yeah, just ordinary people feeling frazzled. They went on just a 2-day retreat, focused on deep breathing and mindfulness. And the researchers measured something specific in their blood before and after, BDNF.
BDNF. Sounds technical. Why should we care about BDNF levels?
BDNF is brain-derived neurotrophic factor. I sometimes call it like a miracle protein for the brain.
Yeah.
Its job is fundamental for how well our brain works and feels. Think of it as brain fertilizer. It helps create new connections between neurons. That's neurogenesis you need it for learning, for memory.
Yeah.
And it also protects the neurons we already have, keeps them healthy.
And the mood connection you mentioned in feeling frazzled.
Ah, yes. It's a potent natural antidepressant. People suffering from clinical depression often show lower levels of BDNF. And usually, the ways we know to boost BDNF significantly are things like, intense, sustained aerobic exercise, running, swimming.
Right.
Yet this study showed a measurable jump in BDNF after just 2 days of breathing and mindfulness.
Okay, I have to push a little here. A retreat is nice. You sleep well. You're away from stress. Couldn't the BDNF boost just be from better sleep and relaxation, not necessarily the breathing itself?
That's a really fair point, and likely both are contributing. But the thinking is that the deep breathing plays a direct initiating role. It rapidly helps balance your autonomic nervous system.
Shifting out of fight or flight.
Exactly. Moving from that sympathetic overdrive into the parasympathetic, the rest and digest state. And that shift creates the ideal chemical environment in the brain for BDNF to actually be released and used effectively. You're lowering the stress hormones, like cortisol, that can inhibit BDNF. So the breath sort of opens the door, allowing the benefits of relaxation and sleep to really take hold. It's a cascade.
Okay, that makes sense. The breathing kickstarts the optimal state, and that leads us nicely into the whole body system, right? Balancing the nervous system. There was a big 2022 review study looking at pranayama and heart health. What did that find?
Oh, the cardiovascular benefits are really clear and very relevant clinically. First off, a significant drop in blood pressure.
Really?
Yes, particularly systolic pressure in people who already had hypertension. When they consistently practiced deep breathing, it came down reliably. Some studies even found that an hour of daily yoga that included pranayama showed support comparable to what you might see with blood pressure medication.
Now, we have to be careful there. This isn't saying stop your meds, right?
Absolutely not. Never replace medication without your doctor. But it's powerful evidence for it being a strong supportive tool, a non-drug tool.
Got it. What else for the heart?
A slower, steadier heart rate. When you activate that parasympathetic system via the vagus nerve, that big nerve connecting your brain to your organs, you're essentially sending an all-clear signal. It tells the heart, okay, you can ease off a bit. It reduces the day-to-day strain. It's like letting your heart rest while it's still beating.
Which, as you mentioned, also ties into anxiety, especially for heart patients worried about another event.
Precisely. Fear, panic, they put a huge load on the heart. Deep breathing can physically interrupt that cycle by calming the nervous system response.
Okay, heart, brain. What about immunity? There was a recent study, 2024, with healthcare workers, high stress group.
Yes, frontline workers. After just 4 weeks of adding pranayama, they reported significantly lower stress and just a better psychological quality of life.
Is that just feeling better mentally, or is there a physical immune link?
There's definitely a physical link. Chronic stress and the inflammation that comes with it, they wreck your immune balance, what we call homeostasis. By lowering cortisol and activating that parasympathetic calm system, deep breathing basically tells the body to dial down the constant low-grade inflammation.
Yeah.
Other studies back this up, showing changes in inflammatory markers and even in how genes related to immune regulation are expressed. It's a shift towards balance.
So it's almost like the ancient text talking about prana leading to vitality. Modern science is mapping the mechanism. Good oxygen, balanced nerves, lead to healthy mitochondria, better brain function, calmer heart, balanced immunity.
That's pretty much it. The concepts are aligning remarkably well, but we absolutely have to pause here. Because deep breathing is so popular now, some myths have sprung up around it. Some are just wrong. Some are potentially dangerous.
Right.
The benefits we've talked about, real, measured, but it's not a magic bullet. We need to be really clear about what it does and what it doesn't do.
Okay, let's hit the big one first. The cancer myth. We mentioned Warburg oxygen, but his ideas got twisted, didn't they? Into suggesting breathing or alkalizing your body could cure cancer.
Yeah, that needs a very firm stop sign. Well, Warburg was right that cancer cells use energy differently, the Warburg effect. But later research showed that lack of oxygen isn't the main cause of cancer. Gene mutations are the primary drivers.
So breathing doesn't fix the mutations.
Exactly. Deep breathing absolutely does not cure cancer. Full stop. Is it helpful during cancer treatment? Yes, hugely. It can reduce anxiety, help with sleep, combat fatigue, improve that psychological resilience we talked about. It's a vital supplementary tool.
But not a replacement for medical care.
Never a replacement for chemo, radiation, surgery, whatever the doctors recommend. That distinction is critical for safety.
Okay. And the other myth that often travels with it, alkalinity. The idea that disease loves acid and you can change your body's pH with breathing or special diets.
This one shows a real basic misunderstanding of how your body works. Your body's chemistry, especially blood pH, is one of the most tightly regulated systems imaginable.
It has to stay stable.
Incredibly stable.
Yeah.
Your blood pH must stay between 7.35 and 7.45. That's actually already slightly alkaline, naturally. You simply cannot shift that baseline meaningfully through breathing or what you eat.
Why not? That stops us.
You have powerful overlapping buffer systems. Your lungs are one that they adjust CO2 levels constantly. Your kidneys are another managing acid and base excretion. If your blood pH changed by even 0.1, like down to 7.25, you'd be in metabolic acidosis. That's an emergency room situation.
So your body just instantly corrects any tiny shift.
Instantly. You can't override it with breathing or alkaline water. It's biologically impossible. The British Medical Journal looked into this years ago, the whole alkaline diet thing for cancer.
What did they find?
No scientific evidence. None. It's based on pseudoscience, not physiology.
Okay, so if deep breathing doesn't cure major diseases, doesn't change our fundamental pH, what is its true role? Let's nail that down.
Its true role is foundational. It's about prevention and optimization. It's probably the cheapest, most accessible tool we have to support healthy cellular function, hormone balance, and nervous system regulation before things go wrong.
So it works with other healthy habits.
Exactly. Alongside good diet, movement, sleep. It helps build a resilient system day to day. Better oxygen delivery, healthier mitochondria, a balanced nervous system, a nourished brain, a more stable immune response. It helps prevent the body from sliding into that state of chronic stress and inflammation where disease is more likely to take root. It's about building the foundation.
Okay, science covered, myths busted. Let's get practical. For listeners thinking, right, I want these benefits, what's the first rule when starting out?
Start slowly, really listen to your body, and remember, consistency beats intensity every time. Patience is key. If you feel dizzy, lightheaded at all, stop immediately. Just breathe normally. The goal isn't to force anything, it's to find balance. Hyperventilating is not the goal.
Makes sense. Okay, technique number 1. You mentioned this builds cellular resilience, strengthens the diaphragm, the snow mountain center breathing. Sounds fancy, but it's basically diaphragmatic breathing.
Exactly. Conscious belly breathing. Find a comfortable seated position, spine reasonably straight that just helps the lungs expand fully. Put one hand flat on your upper chest, the other hand on your lower belly, maybe 3 fingers below your navel, kind of your center point. These hands are your feedback.
Okay, hands in place. Then what?
You breathe in slowly through your nose. Aim for maybe a count of 4. As you inhale, really focus on drawing the air down, deep into your belly. You should feel that lower hand rise. Move outwards. The hand on your chest, it should barely move at all. That's how you know you're using your diaphragm, not just your upper chest.
Got it. Fill the belly. Then
just a brief pause. Hold the breath gently for maybe 1 second. Not tense, just a transition.
Okay. And the exhale.
The exhale is really important. Breathe out slowly, either through your nose or mouth, whatever feels natural. But make the exhale noticeably longer than the inhale. So if you inhaled for 4, exhale for 6 or 7 or even 8 counts.
Longer exhale.
Yes. And as you exhale, feel that lower hand fall back towards your spine as your belly deflates completely. Get all the air out. That complete sequence, inhale, hold, exhale, that's 1 cycle.
And the goal?
The eventual goal is maybe work up to 21 cycles. That takes about 10 minutes. Ideally, try it in the morning, maybe before eating when your stomach's empty. It just makes it easier to feel the diaphragm move.
Right, that longer exhale, that's the key for relaxation, isn't it? Which brings us perfectly to the second technique you mentioned, the 4-7-8 breath, popularized by Dr. Andrew Weil, for hitting the brakes on anxiety or trouble sleeping.
Exactly. This one really leverages that long exhale to switch on the parasympathetic calm down system very quickly. You can sit or even lie down if you're using it to get back to sleep. The key posture thing here is to rest the tip of your tongue gently, just behind your upper front teeth. Keep it there the whole time.
Tongue in place, how does it start?
You start by emptying your lungs completely. Exhale fully through your mouth. Make a whoosh sound as you do.
Okay, empty lungs, whoosh.
Then close your mouth. Inhale quietly through your nose for a count of 4.
Nose 4 counts.
Now, hold your breath for a count of 7.
Hold for 7.
And finally, exhale forcefully through your mouth, making that whoosh sound again for a full count of 8.
Wow, 8 counts out. That's long.
It is. That's the cycle.
Yeah.
Inhale 4, hold 7, exhale 8.
You know, I actually used that the other night, woke up, mind racing, did maybe 3 cycles, and it was like my body just gave up fighting and relaxed. The physical slowdown is really noticeable.
It's designed for that. That 7-second hold allows oxygen levels to build a bit, and the very long 8-second exhale forces the nervous system to shift. It's potent. Dr. Weil recommends doing only 4 cycles maximum at one time when you start. It really can be powerful. It's like a shortcut to calm.
Okay, 4 cycles max. Good tip. And lastly, you talked about a 3-in-1 miracle, combining breath with movement.
Yeah, this is a great way to make it a sustainable habit. Take that basic diaphragmatic breathing, the belly breathing, and just integrate it into something simple, like a morning walk, preferably outside, maybe as the sun's coming up.
Okay.
Don't worry about speed or distance, just walk at a comfortable pace. And coordinate your breath with your steps, for example. Inhale through your nose for 4 steps. Then exhale slowly through your mouth or nose for, say, 6 steps.
Inhale 4 steps, exhale 6 steps.
Right. So you're getting gentle movement, which is great for you. You're getting the cellular benefits of the deep, controlled breathing. And if you're outside in the morning, you're getting natural light exposure, which helps regulate your body clock, vitamin D. It's a fantastic way to stack benefits. Hashtag tag outro.
So wrapping this up, this deep dive really shows the evidence is now pretty solid, isn't it? Deep breathing isn't just woo-woo. It's a tool science can measure impacting our mitochondria, our telomeres, boosting that crucial BDNF in the brain, giving the heart a rest, even helping balance our immune system by calming inflammation.
It really seems like the ancient wisdom, from the Qigong masters and the cellular focus of people like Warburg. Yeah. They were both pointing towards the same fundamental truth, that health and resilience really start with the basics.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest lesson, maybe, is that it starts with something that is completely free, it's always with you, and you don't need any fancy gear, just your own breath.
Yeah. And maybe here's the thought to leave everyone with today. The science is showing our cells are literally waiting for this. They respond quickly. So why wait until you're facing a health issue to build this foundation? You've got something like 37 trillion cells in your body. They're ready for you to start feeding them that oxygen, signaling that calm. You can literally start today.